Hey guys, so today we're going to do a quick stew. I've cut up some carrots. I've got these left over from last week, so I got to get rid of them. And we're just going to have some carrots, some potatoes, some kale, and some broccoli, and probably throw in a few beans. But this is the meat. So I've just had some diced beef in there, and put a colour on it, and then try to get as much of the water content out as possible before throwing in a full onion. You can see there. Threw that in, and now when it's getting a bit like this, when I have a bit of the liquid in the bottom, I'm going to boil up that kettle and throw in hot water, and then that's just going to sit there for about an hour. And then after maybe an hour, 45 minutes, I'll throw in some of the bigger veg, which will be this and the potatoes. Maybe the potatoes a little bit later, and then maybe about 45 minutes after that, where these are going on a very slow cook, I'll throw in the broccoli and the kale, and then that'll go in for maybe another half an hour, and then that'll be it. But that's how I do it. And people always ask, yes, I throw the potatoes in, I don't cut them separately. So they'll just maybe cut those into quarters. I don't actually have enough compared to the amount of carrots that are going in, but that's just what we have. So that's what I'll be cooking and putting in there, and that's how I will do this stew. Now I have this little beef stock pot. I'm going to throw that in there, and just make sure that all goes in. And I give a mix around. That just, see it there, that will just melt in there, make everything a little richer, do its thing. You can see it changing colour now. And now you just leave that alone on that low heat for about an hour. Okay, so this has been on there for, I'd say, a little bit over an hour, and just simmering away. And there's still a good bit of give in that meat, but that'll go out. I mean, of course, that'll be ready to go now, but I want to do that, so we're just going to add all of this in. I'm just going to increase the heat a small bit. Throw all that stuff in. And then this I'm going to leave for maybe 45 minutes to an hour before we put the last bits in, because you don't want to put the broccoli and the kale or the cabbage in, because it will just get too soggy and it'll disintegrate into nothing. But the chunkier you make the carrots and the potatoes, the longer it'll take. And as well, remember, you're not boiling them, they're just kind of simmering away, so it will it'll take them longer to cook while the meat is still meat is still kind of tenderizing and getting a bit more melt in your mouth. So yep, I'll increase that heat a good bit actually now, just to get it up and going again, because the carrots and the potatoes now would have taken a lot of that heat out. And once that's up to the boil, I'll bring it back down to 3. Or back up simmering, bring it back down to 3, and then leave it for 45 minutes, stirring it again occasionally. Okay, so that's been in for maybe 45 minutes. I've just noticed it needs the other stuff needs to go in. So I've got the kale here all washed, and then the broccoli here, and I'm just going to throw the kale in now. I know it looks like it's overflowing, which it is, but when the when the kale heats up, it's going to literally turn to nothing. You could even put double the amount that's in there and it would be fine. Wait, you see, I'm actually going to stall off on putting the broccoli in, because I'm going to let that get down a little. So just pop that in there, and I'll come back in less than 5 minutes, and that'll be nothing. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes roughly, give or take, and we'll just throw this on top. And now that'll fall, this broccoli, all that on top, that'll fall in. That will come back in a bit. Okay, so that's the heat off there. And that's what we're left with. I've already plated some up there. Total cooking time was about, I don't know, maybe 20 past 3. It's now 20 past 6. So it was well worth it. And that'll warm your soul on a cold day, especially coming into winter. And the meat is very tender and all that. And then that'll do for a couple of days. And so there you go. So share your way of doing it, or if you do it like this, or those other things that you add, let me know. Anyway, until next one, take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Bye. Check me out on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and if you like what you've seen, click on any of these videos you have on the screen.